Welcome back to the stream. My name is Christian, and this is what if I was on Dragon Ball Z? Well, actually, just Dragon Ball. I put this whole thing out. So, we start off with a boy named Kai, 5 years old on planet Vegeta. As sitting down, looks up. He sees a red meteor coming towards the planet. He says, "Is that the sun? It looks just like it." Then he sees Kakarot's dad jump straight into the action. He sees a blue beam collide with it, which doesn't do anything. Creates an energy beam and blasts it. It does everything with it. Wait, something's actually moving on my planet. Gotta go. Powers up and flies away off the planet. And almost gets hit by the meteor, which is actually Frieza's supernova. Once he finally gets out of the blast, he goes, "What the?" Then he sees Frieza's ship above him with many soldiers, all aiming their guns at him. He goes, "What the fuck? Oh, shoot. I might be a little screwed." They all start firing their blasts as he goes, "Well, if I'm going down, I'm not going down without a fight." Powers up and instantly starts kicking their asses. If you're wondering what his power level is, his baseline power level is 740. Actually, no, 750 is a good baseline. The average Frieza soldier's power level is about 30. I'm kidding, it's about 300. So, he's not doing the greatest against multiple, but he starts blasting them everywhere. He's a mid-class Saiyan. Then once he's fully powered up, though, his power level is about 3000, which he's able to power. Once he powers through, he's easily able to body all kinds of soldiers. He has the, oh yeah, if you're wondering what his hair looks like, it looks like Shallot. As he just starts bodying him, all of the soldiers. Then, one of the soldiers lands a great, amazing ass gut punch. Hold on. So, with this, he goes, "I'm gonna finish you!" As then he creates one blast and throws it out the smallest ship, which it destroys it. But then one last person comes out. Zarbon. Then he says, "Wait, is that Zarbon?" He takes a closer look and it's not. It's another green person. He goes, "What the flip?" He goes, "What the hell?" He goes, "My name is Gyu." Not kidding you, Gyu. He looks at him going, "What the hell?" Gyu instantly rushes at him, as then he punches Krillin almost into the space debris. He lands on a rocket and jumps forward, with an energy fist in hand, punches Gyu, which Gyu isn't even phased. He goes, "Power levels are bad." Christian says in his head, "My power level's about 800 right now." So this guy's power level's gotta be in the 9000s. Because according to my calculations, only 9000 power levels. Only if you have a power level over 9000, you can take that hit and not be at least sent back an inch. He's a very big brain Saiyan. He looks at him dead in the eyes and says, "What's your power level?" He goes, "My power level is none of your concern." Then, with a quick dodge to the punch, somehow, because it was lightning fast, dodges, rips off the guy's scouter, rips off Gyu's scouter, and punches him in the face. Which actually knocks him back a tiny bit, because he put a lot more force into it. He looks on the scouter, and sees that his power level is about 13,000. He goes, "Damn. That is a very high power level. Looks like I'm gonna have to, take you down." He powers up to the maximum, breaching through his limits and reaching... I'll try and make some space. I have some ideas for you. I'll try and fit you in this, alright? I'm gonna start putting a lot of people in my what-ifs if they actually turn in, but since Drew's the only one really shows up, he's probably the only one until a lot more people show up. And by that I mean like 2 more people. I really don't care if anyone else shows up. But sure, I have some ideas. So, with this, we have the next part. An instant, he looks at Gyu and says, "You're dead now." Creates a blast, a pink blast. He goes, "Ha! A pink blast isn't gonna do nothing. It'll probably leave a scratch." He goes, "Rah!" As this blast is literally spinning in circles. And then he jumps up in the air with this orb in his hand and throws it. This orb turns gigantic. Gigantic. Yes, everyone, gigantic. Gigantic as well. This thing is like a gigablast. It is in the gigawatts of powers. Like, this thing is enough to destroy a quarter of a planet. As he screams, as the blast turns purple, and then he goes, "Wait, what?" As the blast envelops Gyu, as then it explodes with Gyu floating down to space. He goes, "Time to blast you into the void of space, you dirty piece of space dust." He goes, "I'll put you into space dust." Then a blast appears in his hand, and then he creates it into a beam, launches it, and obliterates it. He, with him unconscious, falls down into the void of space, until someone grabs him and teleports him, is what he thinks. But what really happened is a portal. It brought him in and sucked him into a planet with luscious forests and water. He gets up and goes, "The hell am I?" As remember, this kid's like 6, and he's knowing cuss words. Okay, he's 11. He goes, "What the?" He sees a boar walking around. He shoots a blast at it, which it easily just runs off. He goes, "What the? That animal should have instantly been killed." It starts to go really, really fast, as then it shapeshifts. Back into a girl. He looks at him and goes, "The hell are you?" As she says, "My name is..." Let me try and remember it. He looks with a stupid face saying, "You can't remember your own name?" She goes, "What's yours?" He goes, "The name's Kai." She says, "Okay. My name is... I can't remember it." And then she laughs while scratching her head for not knowing. Then he goes, "Okay, I'm going to leave." He teleports and then walks away saying, "That was weird. Someone can remember their own name? That is quite weird." Then walks away. He goes, "Whatever." Then, a couple of hours later, he hears a scream. It's that same girl being attacked by the Red Ribbon Army, who is actually soldiers that he doesn't know who they are. He looks saying, "Back off, buddy." He goes, "What are you gonna do, you scrawny little brat?" He stares at him with an intense look, as then they start to fire at him. The bullets just reflect off of him, but then one of the guys shoots at the girl, which blasts a bullet through her head. He goes, and then drops dead. He gets absolutely pissed, as then he powers up, as his power level strikes to 10,000. Frieza senses on his scatter and goes, "What the? 10,000 power level? Vegeta!" It depends how much time I have, since it's a school day, so let me just check. Okay, I think I can make like a 30-minute No, no! F, 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 F. No, I don't want to. Is my live stream working? Bro, I'm on my Recon Shadow account. How does that make sense? Oh, okay, my stream is working. My stream is working. Thank God. I had to go ask in chat. We have another hour. Let's go. Taking one thing for a second. Alright. My controller hates me. It just died instantly. Well, yeah, whatever. Let's get into this. So, Vegeta walks in and says, "Yes, Frieza?" Then he goes, "Did you just power up? You blow off my scouter, which also hurt my ears." He goes, "No, sir." Then he goes, "I don't believe you." Charges up a blast as Nappa runs in and apologizes to Frieza, saying that it'll never happen again. Frieza gets even more angry because Vegeta lied, is what he thinks. Then he goes, "Wait, Vegeta didn't even do anything, I promise you, my lord." He goes, "My lord, keep that name." Because they used to call him Lord Frieza, not my lord. Then he goes, "Yes, my lord," as then he walks away. Christian is back on Earth as he kills all the guards and then holds and riddles a person in his arm. And can't bring them back. He goes, "Well, no points crying over spilled milk." Then walks away. Then flies away, actually. Don't worry, he will get a shipper, but not now. Kai Boy is fine. Kai flies, as then he finds a city and lands. Everyone looks at his raggedy armor and says, "Get out of here, you freak!" As they also see his tail, which is not the same color as a normal Saiyan tail, it's black. He goes, "Do you want to repeat that?" As he proceeds to grab someone by the shirt and lifts them high in the air while flying. They go, "Ah!" The nearest manager of a gun store starts shooting at him. The bullets do nothing. He smiles and then drops the guy, who breaks his leg and falls. He flies away. If you wondering what the girl's name was, her name was Vix. Vix was about 17, which means it would have been very illegal of him if she actually liked him. Well, actually, 1 year from then it would be illegal. He stares him down and says, then walks away. I don't know what I was doing, actually. I'm messing up my screen, or whatever. So, then he looks up in the air to see a small little asteroid coming. He creates a fist of fire and blasts right through it, which actually leaks all kinds of radiation on him. He goes, there's all kinds of slime and smog, and like smog. And that was an acting. That was actually me. So then he goes, "Damn it!" As then he falls straight to the ground. And the whole city No, I don't think you understand. Kai is the main character, which is my character, and he has black tail because he looks like Shaolin, but he's not. And there is a couple of rare hybrid Saiyans. There's a couple of Saiyans who do have black tails, and yours is one, but not necessarily a mystery Saiyan yet. Instantly, while he's flying over, looks down and sees a small little portal open, releasing another child. He looks and sees they have a tail. He flies down and jumps down. He goes, "Who are you?" Shit. Damn it. I cannot stop choking, my dude. My throat hurts like crazy. Ugh. So then he stares at the sand. What the heck? Who is texting me? I'm thweeming. Ugh. So, then he says, "What's your name?" He goes, "My name is Kaito." I think it's is it Kaito or Kaita? I don't know. You might put it in the chat. I don't know. Or actually, I forgot. Alright, Kaita. He says, "My name is Kaita. Nice to meet you." Then Kai looks at him and goes, "Well, we're the only two Saiyans that I know, so I guess you're coming with me." These two walk away, as then they walk to a ginormous building where they read the words Capsule Corp. They walk into a girl who's sitting watching, who's actually riding around a motorbike, who actually hits Kai in the face with their motorbike. He goes, "Crap!" He stares with a death look, as the girl looks like she could be about 11 years old. Then her sister runs up to her and says, "Come on, Vanessa. You know you can't mess up like that. You could have killed that kid." She apologizes as then Kai gets back up. Then looks as in they introduce themselves. She says, "My name is Bulma Briefs and this is Vanessa Briefs." He goes, Kai says, "My name is Kai." And Kaita says, "My name is Kaita." And then Bulma says, "Now for my other question, what are you doing in our house?" He goes, "This is a house?" Kaita says, "Pretty ugly one, I have to say." They both have a quick chuckle as then they look at Bulma, who is ready to literally punch someone. She goes, "Are you supposed to be scaring me or something?" Then another boy with spiky hair and a brown tail runs saying, "Bulma!" And then a kid behind him, who is a bald kid. We already know who these two are, as it's Krillin and Goku. And then he looks at him saying, "Carrot." Then Goku says, "What?" He goes, "You look like a carrot." And then Goku says, "That's not very nice." He goes, "What's your point?" Kaito says, "Don't be rude." He goes, "I have the ability to be rude. That is literally my personality." And he goes, "Well, my name's Kaito, that's Kai. What's yours?" He goes, "My name is Goku, and that's Krillin." Then he goes, "Goku, I can introduce myself." As the story progresses, they all decide to work together, until finally the World Tournament comes. Everyone's been training and getting ready. If we're gonna go power level wise, Goku has just reached the power level of 100. Krillin with a power level of 98. Kaita with a power level of about 850. That's his base power level. Suppressed is about 120. When he's heavily suppressed. Kai at full power is at 10,000. Normal base is 750. With Kaita being stronger than Kai by a tiny bit. By about 50 power points. But Kaita's full power is only about 9,700. With Goku's full power being about in the 1,007, with the 175. And Krillin's being about 150. So after that, and also Kai's suppressed form is only 115. Kaita is being stronger in his baseline and suppressed, but Kai both of, well actually not teenagers, 11-year-olds. But with the time skip they are about 13. 13-year-old Saiyans. With the destruction of Planet Vegeta happening when they were 9. No! I hate when this happens. My stream is broken. My stream better be on. Please stream. Yes, my stream's on. Good. Alright, so the next thing that's going to happen in the Story is the World Tournament. It starts off with the first battle, which go really easily. Then we start to get on to the real matches. And since there's 2 more contestants, we have Goku and Krillin. Starting off in the first match. Goku, of course, winning because of his extra training, and is a higher power level at full power. Next is Kai versus the big fat dude. The big fat dude. And then Kaita versus Goku. Kai is literally bodying the dude, literally grabbing him and slamming him up and down, up and down, up and down. Then throws him into the sky and beams him. You know the big guy who did weird things to Krillin? Yeah, that guy. He gets, as Kai throws him up in the air and shoots one last energy blast, almost killing him. But the judges disqualify Kai. Kai looks him dead in the eyes and says, "If you disqualify me, your head's gonna be gone." He gets scared and puts Kai back in the tournament. And then the next match is Kaita versus Goku. I am going to do a lot with this. So just put your color in the chat for your energy. Yeah, just skip a color. Kai's is purple, Goku's is blue, and Krillin's is yellow. Or like his moves, like Destructive Disc. Kamehameha is always blue. So I just need a color. Red aura or blue? Oh, wait, actually. I would say purple since they mix, but no, I think we should go with red. Red's a Saiyan color. Blue more goes to the Earthlings, to red. Red really goes with Saiyans, since in Dragon Ball Z Universe 2, when Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz all power up, their color is red. Not with Bardock, because I think that just goes with any Saiyan. So, he powers up with a red power, and then starts shooting energy beams, like energy blasts at Goku. Who deflects, Goku actually punches away, and then starts to kick them away. He jumps at Kaita, elbowing him in the stomach, which barely does anything. Kaita grabs Goku's head and throws him into a wall. Actually, no. Full breed, since I have some good ideas for the full Saiyans. I don't know if you've seen my past Dragon Ball stream, but I gave a new form that you will see in the next parts. Once we get to like Dragon Ball Super, I have a form ready for you already. I made this one up. It's very fun. And it's very powerful. It's about the strength of something I don't want to say, because then it's just going to ruin the whole surprise. Then, with the battle keep on going with their fists clashing, Kaita finally blitzes his knee clean into Goku's gut, which knocked him back. Mic is being horrible. I want to slap the mic and throw it out a window. I do want to throw my mic out the window, but no freaking way. No freaking Okay. No, I was about to say no effing way it just did that. It literally just died. Alright, let's go. So, the form is, I'm going to explain it later. It's actually pretty fun to use. It's going to be a power-up. So, yes. The next thing that happens is Kaita finally knocking Goku out with a knee. Is what you think. Goku uses After Image and appears right behind Kaita, kicking him in the back and with a couple of barrages. Then these two punch each other's fists, with Kaita not even looking at Goku with the punch. With Goku putting all his power in, Kaita then grabs his hand and slams Goku around and throws him in the air, powering up, becoming into his normal base, which just one punches Goku into a wall. Kai smiles, saying, "Looks like it's our battle." It starts off, then it's time for Kai versus Kaita in the World Tournament. Kaita and Kai both disappear, as then they start to throw fists at each other, which are creating shockwaves on the arena, starting to crumble it. These two are punching at the speed of light, with Kai disappearing right behind Kaita, blasting him, which Kaita actually absorbs, and then launches it back with a white energy blast. He has an ability to absorb stuff and then release it back in a white color, in a white purified color. Kind of like Ultra Instinct. Or if you've seen Omni. If you've seen the Omni form, it's kind of like that. So, then launches it straight into Kai's face, burning him. Like burning half of his face. He goes, "You're pretty good, but I'm not even close to being done." And powers up as these two both become non-suppressed, as then the shockwaves really kick in. As two, all you hear is just... I would play a sound effect if I had any, but all you hear is just punches and kicks and punches and kicks and blasts. Then Kaita flies to the sky and Kai right behind him. Now, accidentally they go way too high. And you know what happens if you go way too high in the sky. You head into space. And you know what's in space? The moon. They take one glance at the moon, and they're into great apes. They fall to the ground as great apes, I'm pretty sure Shallot's great ape is black, because his tail, the color of your tail defines the color of your great ape. They will turn to black great apes, into the pure, as these two are punching each other to death. Like, Goku can't stop them. Goku gets up, but then accidentally looks at the moon himself and becomes a great ape himself. Then, everyone starts to push together as Master Roshi destroys the moon. They look at the moon one more time as then they all fall. Kai catches himself as then he flies toward Kaita in a purple aura. He goes, Kaita! As then they have a Naruto and Sasuke moment. Basically, the Naruto Sasuke. And then Kaita says, Kai! As then his hand turns red. As the purple and red clash, as then Kaita goes, I won't lose to you! As then he pushes back, as then these two fists are burning now. But with a final attack, both of them are dropped to the ground and then defeated. Boom. Now I'm going to be right back.